Well, it's interesting because we're now starting to see some uptick in inflation. It's not runaway inflation by any means, but we are starting to see that uptick. And as a result of that, the nominal price of goods are going up. And so nominal consumer spending is actually rising. One of the culprits of that is higher gas prices. We've certainly seen a big run up in gas prices recently. We're up 36 cents a gallon where we were this time last year. And that's starting to create some angst amongst consumers. Now, it's interesting, even under a rising gas price environment, confidence is really doing well. I mean, it's up to a 16-year high. We haven't seen these levels of confidence really since back to the 90s. I think what we're seeing in that confidence number right now is the expectation of improvement or changes in the economy. And that's one of the reasons why we've seen some of these all-time highs.
It is really interesting that we're seeing confidence rise even though gas prices are rising. I think sometimes in the past we've seen this opposite correlation, but right now they're moving together.
Our work showed that there is a strong inverse correlation between gas prices and discretionary spending. Probably not a big surprise. You spend more at the pump, you're going to have less to spend elsewhere. So I don't think it's a real big issue just yet because gas prices have come down so much for so long. It's been like 26 months of consecutive declines up through October of last year. But now we're starting to see double-digit increases in gasoline prices versus the previous year. And I expect that to start to impact consumers even more directly as we go forward for the rest of this year and even possibly into next.
This time last year, it was the exact opposite story. We were seeing gas prices really come down and consumers had extra money in their budgets. So perhaps you'd save $20 at the pump and maybe you'd go into the convenience store or you'd swing by the fast food restaurant on your way home.
Yeah, we don't have that benefit as much as we did last year. And so again, it's discretionary category spending certainly going to be impacted. And that'll include things like restaurants, even trips to the coffee shop, things that are nice to have.
Yeah. Probably those lower average ticket items,
right.
Things that are relatively inexpensive.
Now, we also have seen some interesting challenges when higher gas prices tick in because certainly the low-income households use a larger share of their income towards gas. And that's about 8% of their after-tax income.
I did some recent calculations and found that if gas prices average about $2.50 this year, that means that the average American household will spend about $300 more this year on gas, which is kind of like another gas tax. This could have an impact on not all consumers' budgets, but some consumers more than others.